Hello, everyone. This is a very good opportunity to tell my testimony of a very good service we received from Nara Solicitors. We had our license, our sponsor's license, 2022, and then 2024, October precisely, it was revoked for one breach, just one breach, which happened at my very vulnerable state. And at that time, all the solicitors that we made contact to help us address the case, because at the time I didn't know how serious that was. I thought it's something I could explain myself on why the breach happened and it will be resolved. We went with one solicitor we found online, and the solicitor just told me that, it's just let them just write a letter just to explain to them my circumstances that led to that. And we paid whatever fee they give us. And that letter, I think it made everything worse. And I just went online just to read people's view and just to see people who eventually got their license after a revocation. And I stumbled into Nara Solicitors. And that was when my story changed. I first worked with I've sent my first feedback, my first testimony, when just at that time was just to say how empathetic, how professional, how they reassured me that it will be sorted out. And looking at it that time, it seems so impossible, but each time I speak to Nara himself, Nara would always assure me that they will do their best. And he keep telling me, Chinwe, don't worry, we'll get this license back. And I carried on. We went as far as doing pre-action protocol, and then the pre-action protocols were all being refused. We went as far as going to court. And because of the way the matter was handled, the professional way Nara himself dealt with the cases with the help of one of the assistants. At the time, Home Office kind of advised us to make some promises, which, they didn't do it as they promised. So it will look as if the case is getting resolved and then it's getting backward, and then so Nara Solicitor was able to advise us when they see that it wasn't making any way up. Nara Solicitors advised us to wait for the cool-off period. But I believe all the good job they did during the time we were in court for the whole 1 year, all our staff, because we made application for interim relief at some point, and I think that whole process, for whatever reason, all our staff were not, they didn't curtail their visas. So they carried on working with us during that whole cool-off period. Nara himself came to my office and did a mock inspection just to be sure that we are compliant with every other thing, and then just getting us ready for the cool-off period. And at some point, the case was handed over to Ravina, who became our caseworker. Ravina did a very excellent work. She is very empathetic. She speaks very softly, but she has a very good listening skills. She will listen to you even if I feel like ranting, even if I feel like crying, even if I feel like doing anything. Ravina would listen. Even if I call her at 10 p.m., 10 midnight, 12 midnight. There was a time we were making one application, and she sent me something. And I was like, oh, Ravina, you're still working. Sometimes Nara will tell them, you have to work on Chinwe's case during the weekend so that we can get it sorted by Monday. And these guys have been working. I have had meetings with lots of the legal representative at Nara Solicitors. I've also had, I think the first guy I had meeting with was TJ. TJ was also very helpful. Sometimes if Nara is not there, Ravina will organize some other the senior colleagues to join in the meeting to represent. So it's just been from one to the other. Pragati was also, anytime I call the land phone, she would organize a meeting. She would reassure me. She would always, tell me that it will be okay. Even just to organize a meeting, she will find out time to speak to me. Everybody at Naira Solicitor, even those I didn't get to speak to directly, I know they all work behind the scene. I know that everybody put in their best to make sure that this case was sorted out. At some point, I didn't say this, which is very important. At some point, Naira said to me, Chinwe, I don't feel comfortable charging you for any of the services. I just want to get this thing done. I just want it to be sorted. And he meant every word he told me on that. They stopped sending me invoices, and everything was still, my cases were still being handled as a priority. Anytime I call, if I request for meeting 20 times in a week, they will grant me that meeting. So I just want to thank every staff at Naira Solicitors. It's not ended yet. I think we just started working now. So I will be happy for anyone that wants to hear from me directly on my experience with Naira Solicitors. Please contact them. They will give you my contact. I'm happy to say more. Everything they have done worked exceedingly above what I even imagine any firm in this country would do for us. And we went ahead, waited for the cool-off period. Even when we made the first application after the cool-off period, it was refused in error. And when I saw it, at that point, I've become very, very confident. And when I saw it, I just forwarded the refusal to Ravina. The next thing I heard was, oh, Mr. Naira, we want to have a meeting with you. They sent a meeting. Mr. Naira said to me, Chinwe, there's nothing to worry about this one. We're going to put a pre-action protocol. Pre-action protocol was put immediately. That was just before Christmas. Mr. Naira said, no, we have to put it. We have to leave everything we're doing to put this pre-action protocol. And the pre-action protocol response came afterwards. And they said, oh, it was in error. And they're going to pay us back all the thing that we did. And they were going to do, they will pay us back the application fee. And they will grant us a priority service. That didn't happen like they promised. They still went ahead and put another audit inspection. Mind you, I've done my audit inspection before. Naira himself prepped me for that. I thought he would say, oh, Chinwe, we have done that before. You should be confident to do it, okay? He said, no, we're going to have another mock inspection just to be sure that you are still confident. He did that. Even on the morning of the day we're going to be doing that, Mr. Naira said, Chinwe, would you want to see me again before you join the meeting? And this time, it was Ravina that joined me in the meeting. And as immediately we came out for the meeting, Ravina just called me and said, Chinwe, expect to get a positive response by tomorrow. And guess what? It wasn't even up to the following day. Just 2 hours after my audit inspection, we were granted our license back with 20 requested CoS. So this can only be done by Naira Solicitors, I would say, with the help of God, who I so much also believe, that led me to Naira Solicitors and has always made every provision for this to happen, and have people like all the team, Naira Solicitors team, to be there to offer me the reassurance I need. Very empathetic professionals that we have at Naira Solicitors. So I'll give them, if there's anything like 5,000 stars, that's what I will give Naira Solicitors. They are amazing and they are very professional. So thank you everyone at Naira Solicitors that helped with this case. Thank you. We appreciate you all so much. And we look forward to continue to work with you as our representative.